Hi, welcome to Berlin-Peck Memorial Library's second Take and Make video craft tutorial. Today we're working on a project which was inspired by this little Danish woven heart basket. Making these baskets is a tradition in Scandinavian countries around Christmas time. People make the baskets out of felt or lightweight paper. As you can see, it's just a tiny little basket. They fill them with candies. They might hand them out as gifts or hang them on a Christmas tree. So since we're doing our Hearts for Heroes project, I wanted to work with this project a little bit in a way that might work better for what we're doing. So I've taken the basket idea and I have converted it into a pattern that we can create just a simple woven heart. It won't be a basket, but if you would like to go on and learn how to make the basket once you've done the simple heart, you can simply look it up online. There's a lot of video tutorials. Search for Danish woven heart basket and you'll be able to see how to create that out of materials that you might have at home. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and get started teaching you how to make this simple woven heart. To start with, I'd like to show you what you'll be getting in your Take and Make kit. It's a very simple kit. It won't require anything that needs to be returned. It won't require anything in your house other than some white glue and a pair of scissors. So what we will provide for you are different pieces of paper. We have 5 different versions which you will get, and you will get these in multiple colors. I have changed the pattern so you'll get a half sheet rather than a full sheet as you see here. And it's simply a matter of cutting out the pattern along the lines and then weaving it together. I already have a couple of those templates cut out. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so that you can see it up close. If you are working with a small child, I would recommend using one of the simpler designs, maybe this one, especially the bigger one. This is the one that has multiple cuts, but as you go along, you might find that even your young children are able to handle the more difficult ones. It's really a very easy craft. So when you make the traditional basket, you actually work with loops, and you work inside and outside of the different colored loops. But this is just basic over-under weaving. So if you've ever done a weaving technique or even a lattice crust on a pie, if you're a baker, it's very much the same. All right, so let's get started. I find it's easiest to work with all the layers at once. So we're going to start with this biggest piece. My lighter red is going to go over the top. My next one is going to go underneath. Then my third over the top, fourth underneath, fifth over the top. Now we need to reverse that as we approach our second strip here. So now that one's going to go underneath. I'm going to go ahead and put my third piece underneath and my fifth piece underneath. Now, we can flip it over and take these little ones and just weave them through. The little ones are quite easy to weave through that little space. Okay, so we've already got that first section woven. Now we have our next section. Feel free to wiggle these pieces around as you need to. If you need to pull them in a little bit more. So now I'm going to get this big piece under here. I need to bring it up on the top. Now once you get further into the weaving, you will have to play with it. You want to just keep moving it in so that you get your pieces lined up together a little better. You can pull on some of them. So you can see now I've got that top piece all the way up where it needs to go. I'm going to keep scooting my other pieces up where they need to go. And then we're going to continue on by weaving our other pieces. So bring that one through. So once you have all the layers, oops, I messed up one of my layers, hold on. So we've got them almost all in place here. And then just work with your strips here. Bring it in nice and tight. You want to fill in any holes that you have. Now, once you get to the end, if you've got any little edges that aren't quite lining up correctly due to how you cut, if you didn't cut quite enough, you can always trim those little edges off. So we're going to secure the little pieces. This holds together actually pretty well, but to hold it nice and tight and so your ends don't flap, I'm just going to use a little bit of glue. And press down those edges. Just wipe away any excess. And you can do that for all edges that are sticking up. And finally, I'm just going to neaten up my edges here. So any little pieces that you have sticking out, just trim them down. And there you have it, a Danish woven heart.